Hello, my fellow knights. This is Paul Knight with Late Night Games, here for day 9 of our VEDA challenge. VEDA being vlog every day in April. And what I want to talk about today is something that affects quite a few of us, some more than others, myself especially, and that's procrastination. You see, today, for example, I procrastinated hardcore. I mean, I did the work I had to do for work stuff and whatnot, joined all the calls I needed to join, and generally got what I needed to get done until about 5 o'clock. Now, I didn't have any major plans today, so I had lots of time to do whatever it was I needed to get done today, and I could have done lots. But instead, I did almost nothing. Yeah, that's right. Nothing. I managed to spend some time with a friend of mine and discuss the horrific procrastination I performed the rest of the day, but aside from that, I didn't get anything I wanted to get done. And it's not like I got anything I didn't need to get done either. I didn't catch up on any sleep, and I didn't go about getting any game footage played or anything. I didn't even muck around in games just for the hell of it. I didn't get caught up on YouTube or nothing. I just sat there and thought. And I can't even say what I constructively thought about. I just don't remember. I was just sitting there staring at the screen, and then suddenly 2 hours had passed, and I'm like, what the hell did I get accomplished? Now, procrastination's really an interesting beast, because you don't really know what makes you procrastinate. Sometimes you're lazy, and sometimes you don't know what to do. You have trouble starting. I mean, once I start doing something, I can keep going forever and ever, well, seemingly. I mean, I can go like a day without sleep, and I can get a lot done once I get started. But then as soon as I stop, getting moving again takes so long. I mean, here it is 10:30 at night. I wanted to start doing stuff like 5 o'clock. I wanted to go to Canadian Tire, get more paint to start painting up the car. I wanted to start getting some wood and some light so I can start building out the set in the kitchen. I wanted to start getting the materials so I can start getting a green screen set up. Speaking of green screens, yeah, I decided to go with a green screen for the set for the actual late night news as opposed to building a set, just because I can have much more interesting things, and who knows when I can use a green screen. So having a green screen set up in my home, I think would be invaluable. And no, I'm not going to cheap out and do some half-ass green screen. I'm going to do this as proper as I can. I mean, I've got the time, so why not do so? But I mean, aside from some measurements and some planning of what parts I'll need and tools I'll need and building a shopping list, I didn't get anything done. I didn't even go to any of the stores. By the time I put on pants to start anything today, it was 8:30 at night. Now, a big part of that is because, you know, I work in this room. This is where my job is in this room. And not making YouTube videos. Like, I do my day-to-day work here, too. I'm an IT guy from this very desk. So, I'll be honest, there are days where I don't need pants, and I think that's the biggest thing that made me procrastinate. The lack of desire for pants. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants now, not that it would really make a difference, because you can't see that far down. I mean, you can barely see my chest. I could wear just the top half of a shirt and you wouldn't know the difference. I mean, a halter top would still cover more than you typically see in one of these videos. But I'd still feel self-conscious about it if I was not wearing pants while recording. I mean, I'm even wearing socks. Socks! In my own home! What blasphemy is this? But yeah, since I live alone, when I'm not recording or not seeing people or not going anywhere, I have no need for pants, at least not jeans. I'll usually be walking around the house in PJs because PJs are bloody comfortable, but they're not socially acceptable, at least not for guys. I've noticed some girls can get away with pajama pants in public, or jogging pants, which is another thing I don't think I can get away with. I just got a little too much junk in the trunk for a guy's set of jogging pants. But yeah, it took me forever to get myself motivated. Normally I don't get stuck in a rut that bad, but I am often victim to procrastination. I don't know if that's maybe just the brain's way of unwinding from here to there to get used to things, sort of like how dreams help you analyze your subconscious, or whatever dreams do. I have no idea what the purpose of a dream is. But whatever it is that dreams help you do, maybe procrastination and daydreaming are on the similar fashion, except you're still conscious for it. Also, speaking of dreams, I've been having some really fucking weird ones lately. So, yeah, dreams, fuck off. I hate you. I don't mean that. Dreams are a lot of time really fun, but sometimes they're just so weird. So weird. Or nightmares. No one likes nightmares. Except the one where I was a zombie. That was kind of cool. So I guess, was it really a nightmare if I enjoyed it? I don't know. Now, in reference to the day I had yesterday, because I told you guys last night I would tell you more about it today, there wasn't really that much more to tell. I went to Toronto, dropped my mom off, drove around the financial district, found parking, met up with a friend, sat in the subway station for a few minutes. God, I love the subways. It gives me a really nostalgic feeling just being in a subway, having that crosswind blowing around. I really enjoy it. And then we went to Hard Rock, as I mentioned. Then I dropped her off, and I picked up my mother, and I came back to Kitchener. There wasn't really that much more events to discuss. But there was something that happened yesterday that's worth mentioning, and that's that my Firebird got broken into. So did my Malibu, but that doesn't bug me as much. But I went to the Firebird in the morning to get ready to get the repairs done to it, and I sat in the driver's seat, and I looked, and my center console was open, and some warranty information from some muffler work I got done was sitting on the seat, as well as the ownership and the insurance paperwork, like it was all in the passenger seat. Then I looked in the ashtray where there was a pile of change from my road trip through the States still sitting there, and the change thing was empty. Even the USB stick that keeps all my music on it was gone. The center console, the front pouch, everything in the car was gutted. Thankfully, they didn't take any of my tools or anything. They just took money and the USB stick. Same with the Malibu. They didn't take anything but the money. They didn't take the GPS. They didn't take any of that. They just took the money and my music stick. It looked like someone tried to pull the stereo out of the Firebird because the stereo was pulled out a little bit, but it's not the proper stereo for the Firebird. So I'm supposed to have like a really thin stereo in it. I have this really big honkin' touchscreen thing in it. And to get the thing in, I had to shift the car down into neutral to have enough room to slot the stereo in. Otherwise, if the car is up in park, the stereo's like right here, and you can't pull it out of the socket because the shifter's in the way. So there's that. I think I need to set up some surveillance outside of my apartment so that this doesn't happen again. Not that I'm really worried somebody's gonna break into my car again tomorrow. I mean, I don't see this being a constant thing. But just in case, I'd like to keep a little security out there, because the Firebird is an older car. It is a little easier to get into. But really, that's the only other thing yesterday that happened aside from driving to Toronto. I found the break-in, got the repair work done, worked, went to Toronto, saw the sights, parked, subway nostalgia, drove again, saw my friend, went to go see where a cinema is that we're going to be going to a LCS show. Oh, there's that, yeah. I'm going to an LCS show, League Championship Series, I think it stands for. It's the League of Legends Championships. And they've got a theater where they're going to be live broadcasting it, so it's kind of an event. You get together with a whole bunch of people, sit at the theater, watch the live event, enjoy it with people. So we went to see where that theater is so that when the day comes, it's not as hard to find it. I now know how to get to it. I even scoped out where the nearby parking was, so that'll help. So we did that, then we went to go to Hard Rock Cafe, dropped her off, got my mom, came home, was exhausted, did the vlog yesterday, went to sleep, woke up this morning, worked, and then procrastinated all evening until now. But that's it for our Wednesday, April 9th edition of our vlog today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and take care of yourselves.